Hello everyone and welcome to my channel EconInflect Knowing Everyday Economics. This video includes multiple choice questions from chapter number 3 of Indian Economic Development, which is economic reform since 1991. As you know that CBSE has suggested NCERT book in its curriculum, and I have also made a detailed video on curriculum for term 1, the link for which is in the description box. You can check it there. And since NCERT book is very important, so I have included 50 multiple choice questions for your practice, which will be entirely NCERT based, because this book is very important. I'm stressing on it again and again. So I would suggest you go through the NCERT book content first for this chapter and then come back to this video and practice all these 50 questions based entirely on that particular chapter. So let's get started. GDP can be compiled for, and the options are country, yes; region, true; several countries, that's also correct; all of the above. So the correct option is all of the above. Which of the following is not true about GDP? So it's a negation question. First, GDP growth does not necessarily go hand in hand with positive social or environmental development in an economy. GDP is the most commonly used measure for the size of an economy. GDP also includes the value of goods and services produced to be used as investments by the producers. GDP does not include all goods which are produced by households for own use, which is incorrect because GDP also includes goods for self-consumption. So the correct answer is D part. GDP is the total of value of output, value added, net value, gross value. GDP is the total only of the value added, because अगर हम value of output लेते हैं तो it will lead to a problem of double counting. So the correct answer is value added. Which of the following is not a feature of mixed economy? A mixed economy minimizes the disadvantages of a market economy. True. It distributes goods and services to where they are most needed. It protects private property. It does not allow the federal government to safeguard its people and its market, which is incorrect. So the correct option is that it does not allow the federal government. Rather, mixed economy का ये feature होता है that it allows the federal government to safeguard its people and its market. So according to the question, since it's a negation question which is not a feature, hence the correct option is D part. Read the following statements: assertion and reason. Assertion: a mixed economy minimizes the disadvantages of a market economy, which is true. Reason: a larger governmental role allows fast mobilization of the priority areas like defense, aerospace, etc. So आपको चारों में से you have to select the correct option. Mixed economy does minimize the disadvantages of a market economy, and a larger governmental role allows the fast mobilization. So the correct option is A part, because it's a mixed economy, hence जो गवर्नमेंट का रोल है वो इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है, एंड इट अलाउज फास्ट मोबिलाइजेशन ऑफ द प्रायोरिटी एरियाज लाइक डिफेंस, एरोस्पेस, एटसेट्रा. Again, assertion reasoning question. Assertion: in 1991, India met with an economic crisis related to its external debt. True. Reason: the government was able to make repayment on its borrowings from abroad between 1988-89. False. This is not true, because it was not able to make repayment was one of the reason why there was economic crisis. So out of the 4 options, the correct option is C part. A is true but R is false. Again, assertion reasoning: a country with a good stock of forex has a good image at the international level, which is true. Reason: the trading countries can be sure about their payments. Yes, of course, because the trading countries can be sure about their payments, that is why they have a good image. So the correct option out of the 4 is A part. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Who is the custodian of foreign exchange reserves in India? Very basic. It is Reserve Bank of India. What are the policy objectives with respect to forex reserves in India? Maintaining confidence in monetary and exchange rate policies. True. Enhancing capacity to intervene in forex markets. True. Maintaining foreign currency liquidity to absorb shocks during times of crisis, which is also true. All of the above, hence the correct option is D part. Which of the following is not a reason for economic crisis of 1991? Again, it's a negation question. Insufficient foreign exchange reserves, which was reason. Rising prices of essential good, it was also one of the reason. Fiscal deficit was also one of the reason. Deflation. No, deflation was not the reason. Rather, inflation was there. So the correct option is D part. When expenditure is greater than income, it implies deficit, depreciation, surplus, deflation. So the correct option is A part, which is deficit, which means expenditure is more than income. The economic reforms of 1991 includes stabilization measures, structural reform measures, constitutional measures, both A and B. We have if you have gone through NCRT, you must know that there were two measures, stabilization and structural reform. So the correct option is D. Again, assertion reasoning question. Assertion development policies required that even though the revenues were very low during 1985, the government had to overshoot its revenue to meet challenges like unemployment, poverty, and population explosion, which is true. Reason, when expenditure is more than income, the government borrows to finance the deficit from banks and also from people within the country and from international financial institutions. A and R both are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Assertion. India approached the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, popularly known as World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund and received $7 billion as loan to manage the crisis, which is true. Reason, foreign exchange reserves declined to a level that was not adequate to finance imports for more than 2 weeks, which is also true. Both A and R are true, and because India did not have enough foreign exchange reserves, hence they had to resort to IMF and World Bank to take the loan. Hence R is the correct explanation of A. Which measure intend to correct some of the weaknesses that had developed in the balance of payment and to bring inflation under control? These are the four options, and the correct option is stabilization measures. Which measure aim at improving the efficiency of the economy and increasing its international competitiveness by removing the rigidities in various segments of the Indian economy? These are the four options, and the correct answer is structural reform measures. Which of the following is not true about deregulation of industrial sector reforms of 1991? Again, it's a negation question. Industrial licensing was abolished for almost all but product categories: alcohol, cigarettes, hazardous chemicals, industrial explosives, electronics, aerospace and drugs, and pharmaceuticals. Many goods produced by small-scale industries have now been reserved, which is incorrect because they were de-reserved. In many industries, the market has been allowed to determine the prices. True. The only industry which are now reserved for the public sector are a part of defense equipment, atomic energy generation, and railway transport. So the correct option is B part, because they were now de-reserved. Which of the following is not true about financial sector reforms of 1991? To reduce the role of RBI from regulator to facilitator of financial sector, the financial sector may be allowed to take decisions on many matters without consulting the RBI. Foreign investment limit in bank was raised to around 50%. Foreign institutional investors such as merchant banks, mutual funds, and pension funds are not allowed to invest in Indian financial market, which is incorrect because they were now allowed to invest in Indian financial market. So the correct option as per the question is D part. Which of the following is not true about tax reforms of 1991? They are a part of fiscal policy. The rate of corporation tax, which was very high earlier, has been gradually reduced. Since 1991, there has been a continuous increase in the taxes on individual incomes, and many tax procedures have been simplified and the rates also substantially lowered. So the correct option as per this is C part. Since 91, there has been a continuous increase. Rather, there was a continuous decrease in the taxes to avoid tax evasion. Next, we have assertion. Since 91, there has been a continuous reduction in the taxes on individual income. True. Reason, it was felt that high rates of income tax were an important reason for tax evasion, and that was one of the reasons why their rates of tax were reduced. Hence, out of the four, correct option is A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Next, we have Assertion Goods and Service Tax Act came into effect from July 2018, which is incorrect. Reason: this is expected to generate additional revenue for the government, reduce tax evasion, and create one nation, one tax, and one market, which is true. Assertion is false because it came in July 2017, but the reason is true, so the D part is correct answer. Assertion: devaluation led to an increase in the inflow of foreign exchange. True. Reason: in 1991, as an immediate measure to resolve the balance of payment crisis, the rupee was devalued against foreign currencies. So the correct option is B. Devaluation, it led to an increase in the inflow of foreign exchange. That is true, it's a general statement. But in 1991, as an immediate measure to resolve the balance of payment crisis, the rupee was devalued against the foreign currencies. Though both the statements are correct, but this reason is not an explanation for the given assertion. Had it been reverse, अगर ये reason assertion की place पर होता और assertion reason के place पे होता, then it would have made sense and the correct option would have been A. But अभी individually दोनों statements true हैं, but R is not a reason for A. Hence the correct option is B part. Which of the following is not the objective of trade policy reforms of 91? Dismantling of quantitative restrictions on import and exports through reduction of tariff rates, removal of licensing procedures for imports, and devaluation of rupee. Devaluation of rupee doesn't come under trade policy reforms. It actually comes under the foreign exchange reforms. Assertion: tariff and quota policies reduced efficiency and competitiveness, which led to slow growth of the manufacturing sector. True. Reason: in order to protect domestic industries, India was following a regime of quantitative restrictions on imports. Both the statements are individually true, but assertion is talking about the slow growth and slow efficiency, whereas reason is talking about the about why regime of quantitative restrictions were introduced. Hence both the statements individually are true, but R is not a reason or correct explanation for A. Import licensing was abolished after 91, except for which of the following goods? Hazardous and environmentally sensitive industries, perishable and essential goods, automobiles and telecommunication, and all of the above. The correct answer is A part, for which the licensing was still there. Quantitative restrictions on imports of manufactured consumer goods and agricultural products were also fully removed from April 2001, April 2003, July 2001, July 2003. The correct answer is April 2001. So the questions like these require you to understand the content of NCERT very, very deeply. तो जितना ज़्यादा आप अच्छे से NCERT पढ़ोगे, the more easier for you to understand and able to answer these questions. Assertion: under trade and investment policy reforms, export duties have been removed. Expansion in export increases the competitive position of Indian goods in the international market. Both the statements are true, and R is the correct explanation for A, because this is one of the reasons why the assertion is true. Privatization means shedding of the ownership of management of a government-owned enterprise, dismantling of quantitative restrictions on import and exports, integrating an economy with the other economies, both A and B. A is privatization, B is liberalization, and C is globalization. So the correct answer is A part. Assertion: privatization of the public sector enterprises by selling of part of the equity of public sector enterprises to the public is known as disinvestment, which is true. Reason: private capital and managerial capabilities could be effectively utilized to improve the performance of the PSUs, and that is the reason why it took place. Hence A part is correct. Assertion and reason are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Government companies are converted into private companies by withdrawal of the government from ownership and management of public sector companies. True. Outright sale of public sector companies. True, both A and B. And dismantling of quantitative restrictions on import and export. So the correct answer is C part, both A and B. This is how the disinvestments take place. Assertion: India has become a destination for global outsourcing in the post-reform period, which is true. The reason: the services can be availed at a cheaper cost with reasonable degree of skill and development, skill and accuracy, and this is the reason why India has been a destination for global outsourcing. So the correct option is A Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. From the following given sets of statements in column 1 and 2, choose the correct pair of statements. Death duty, let us match it first. Death duties, property tax, custom duties, and VAT. So let's see, out of the 4, the correct option is B. Death duties, levying tax on inheritance, property tax, real estate ad valorem tax. Ad valorem होता है जो full amount of tax लगता है value पर, it is not a percentage tax. Custom duties, tax on import and export of goods, and VAT is consumption tax. Which of the following is not true about Maharatnas, Navratnas, and Mini Ratnas? To improve efficiency, infuse professionalism, and enable them to compete more effectively in the liberalized global environment, to give greater managerial and operational autonomy in taking various decisions to run the company efficiently and thus increase their profits. The granting of status resulted in poor performance of these companies, all of the above. The correct option is the granting of the status not at all resulted in poor performance, rather it improved their performance. Assertion, globalization is turning the world into one whole or creating a borderless world. True. Reason, the happenings in India can be influenced by the events happening miles away. So both are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. That is why it is creating a borderless world. Which of the following is an outcome of globalization process? Disinvestment, WTO, outsourcing, foreign institutional investment. So the correct option is globalization, because वो उसका एक outcome है. WTO, it facilitates the global trade, but actually outsourcing is the result of globalization. Outsourcing has intensified in recent times due to disinvestment, liberalization, information technology, and privatization. Correct option is C part. WTO was founded in 1995. What does GATT stands for? It is General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. GATT was established in 1948. WTO and its agreements cover trade in only goods, only services, both goods and services, only settlement of disputes. WTO includes both goods and services, whereas जो GATT था, it only included goods. Assertion, WTO is expected to establish a rule-based trading regime in which nations cannot place arbitrary restrictions on trade. True. Reason, this is done to enlarge production and trade of services, to ensure optimum utilization of world resources, and to protect the environment, which is true. Hence, R is the correct explanation of A. So now this is the table from NCERT. Question is, which year has shown a negative growth rate? We can easily see that this, as per this table, this is agricultural sector in year 2014-15 has shown a negative growth rate. So the correct answer is 2014-15, because they have not specifically asked for a sector. तो आप general table को analysis करोगे. What is the rate of growth of increase in service sector from 1991 to 1992-2001? If we see this year, these are the 4 options. 1980 91 में हमको देखना है सर्विस सेक्टर. So we have this value 6.7% and then we have 8.2%, और इनका difference है 1.5% का. So hence the correct answer is there has been a growth of 1.5%. Foreign investment includes foreign direct investment, foreign institutional investment, both A and B, and investment in bullions, which is not there. Hence, A and B are correct. C part is correct. Which of the following is not true about India's state in the post-reform period? India is seen as a successful exporter of auto parts, engineering goods, IT software, textiles in the reform period. Rising prices have been kept under control. There has not been an increase in the foreign exchange reserve, and the post-1991 India witnessed a rapid growth in GDP on a continual basis for 2 decades. So the correct option is C part, because there had been an increase in the foreign exchange reserves. assertion, ये जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 45 था 44 था, इट वाज बेस्ड ऑन द मेरिट्स ऑफ द रिफॉर्म्स, तो उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक से है वो. assertion, globalization is often seen as creating conditions for the free movement of goods and services from foreign countries. Reason, developing countries are compelled to open up their economies to greater flow of goods and capital from developed countries, and rendering their industries vulnerable to imported goods. So the correct option is B part, though A and R are correct, but R is not at all a reason for assertion. Assertion, the assets of public sector enterprises have been undervalued and sold to the private sector, which is true, which is there in NCERT. Reason, the proceeds from disinvestment were used to offset the shortage of government revenues. Again, the proceeds from disinvestments were used to offset the shortage of government revenues is true, and A is also true, but that is not why the assets were undervalued. So both are true, but they are not the reason for assertion. Which of the following is not a cause for the reduction in tax revenue? Reduction in tariff rate, tax incentive to foreign investors, tax reductions to curb tax evasion. The correct answer is none of the above, because they were the reason for the reduction in tax revenues. Assertion, globalization is a strategy for the developed countries to expand their market in other countries. True. Reason, market-driven globalization has narrowed the economic disparities amongst nation and people. Again, assertion is true that globalization is a strategy for the developed countries to expand their market, but the reason is market-driven globalization has narrowed the economic disparities. Rather, it has actually expanded the economic disparities among the nations, because it is often considered that developed nations enjoy more benefits over the developing nations from globalization. Hence, A is true, but R is false. Assertion, every year the government fixes a target for disinvestment for public sector enterprises. True. In 2017-18, the target was about 1 lakh crores, whereas the achievement was about 1 lakh 57 crores. Both the statements are true, but R is not the correct explanation, because it's an add-on, a feature of assertion, but it is not a reason for assertion. Multilateral trade agreements incorporate trade among several nations, trade between two nations only, trade of only two goods, both B and C. It does not include trade between two nations. It is specifically bilateral trade, and it also doesn't involve the trade of only two goods. So the correct option is A part, which is trade amongst various nations. So children, that's all about chapter number 3 MCQs. If you really like my video, then do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and do remember that you have to learn continually. There's always one more thing to learn, so never stop learning and never stop reading. So have a happy learning, guys, and all the best.